Good morning. I'm Reverend Kathy. Welcome to Unity North Spiritual Center here in Coon Rapids, Minnesota. We welcome you whether you're with us in person or whether you're on Zoom today. So we are an inclusive community. We welcome and accept all people. So whoever you are and wherever you are on your spiritual path, you're always welcome with us at Unity North. We're also part of a greater worldwide unity movement. We are the publishers of the Daily Word magazine, and we've been holding, now it's 136 years of prayer vigil through the unity movement, prayer, and through silent unity, the prayer ministry of the unity movement. So prayer is the heart and soul of unity. And we always have a prayer chaplain available after service. And our prayer chaplain today, is it Nancy? Yes, there she is. Said her name and she appeared. All right. She'll be available to pray with you right after service. And also, just give her a call, or if you're here in person and you want to pray with her live, you can. So we have a little one that just walked in. Maybe all the people and the music will cheer him up. All right. So our production team today is Brandy and Chris. Give them a hand. Our worship assistant is Nola Bean. And we're happy to have back, as always, Claire Vandekrummer. And now I invite you to speak our vision and mission statements with me. Our vision, centered in prayer, we create for all a world of love, harmony, and abundance. And our mission, celebrating spirit, exploring truths, awakening hearts, inspiring dreams, serving community. And just note the values at the bottom is our core foundational beliefs here at Unity North. And I invite you to stand now for our opening song.
This is my song, O God of all the nations, a song of peace for lands afar and mine. This is my home, my country where my heart is. Here are my hopes, my dreams, my sacred shrine. But other hearts in other lands are beating with hopes and dreams as true and high as mine. This is my prayer, O God of all the nations, as pure light shines on earth, your will be done. On now in peace, may people come together, and hearts united learn to live as one. Oh, hear our prayer, God of all the nations, this song of peace, now let your will be done.
Thank you, Claire. It's a beautiful song. Thank you for the great opening song. And also, this is the time in our service when we welcome everyone and greet one another. So let's take a minute now and wave to each other, but also to wave to the people on the Zoom. So they'll see us waving. They'll figure we're waving at them.
I wave at this camera over here.
This camera. Wave at me and then you'll be close. Okay, now that we're in the right mood, we can go on. This is also, I want to welcome anybody here for the first time, including on Zoom. If you're on Zoom and you have questions, you can put any questions in the chat box, and it's privileged information. Everybody doesn't get to read that. But also, if you are here and you have any questions, talk to myself or Reverend Kathy or one of the ushers afterwards. So at this time, we'll prepare for a prayer request. Let us start with our little short breathing exercise. So as you breathe in, bring in peace, love, and joy. And as you breathe out, release stress, worry, and fear. So in and out. Instead of saying your request aloud, we invite you to speak a name or prayer request silently in the sanctuary or aloud in the privacy of your home, and hold these requests in silence. We give thanks in advance for answered prayers. We thank the divine, compassionate Spirit, and so it is. Amen. Please stay centered for the daily word. The word for today, Sunday, February 1st, is intention. My intention is to act with love and kindness. Setting an intention, deciding at the start of the day to be loving, considerate, and compassionate, colors all my interactions and activities. It's making a commitment to myself that no matter how the day unfolds, no matter what happens, and no matter what other people may do, I will remain steadfast. I begin with God. After a time of prayer and meditation, I envision divine love opening my heart and kindness inspiring my words. The sacred connection I feel in prayer elevates me above the cares and concerns of daily life, making it easier for me to be serene and unperturbed by any irritations I encounter. My intention is to carry the gifts of spiritual living with me always, my blessings to share. From Jeremiah chapter 9, verse 24, I act with steadfast love, justice, and righteousness in the earth, for in these things I delight, says the Lord. And now Claire will prepare us for meditation with meditation song. Thanks, Claire.
Listen with your heart, you will understand. Listen with your heart, you will understand. Let it break upon you like waves upon the sand. Listen with your heart, you will understand. Let it break break upon you like waves upon the sand. Listen with your heart, you will understand. You will understand.
So I invite you now to close your eyes, relax, breathe out any tension, breathe in peace, breathe out stress, and breathe in calm. Breathe out sadness, breathe in joy. And breathe out any negative thoughts or worries. And breathe in light. And say to yourself, I am completely and fully relaxed. We are now immersed in the divine presence. We are one with that presence, and it guides and directs and protects us in all that we do. We see that divine presence and protection increasing for our communities, our cities, our states, our country, and our world. As the love for each other and for freedom and justice within us pours forth in ever-increasing power, resonating around the planet. We see the great universal heart pouring out love and light, fueling our own heart's desires for greater commitment to love, peace, prayer, faith, and community. We feel a deeper commitment to be a force for good each day in whatever way we are able. We say to ourselves, I am an expression of loving kindness. And now take a few moments in the silence to experience what that looks and feels like for you as you say silently, I am loving kindness. Let your mind drift in the great universal heart, feeling the ever-present love and light, and hearing the sweet little voice. Today, I make a commitment to love. I radiate love, kindness, and compassion to those closest to me who I sometimes take for granted. And I radiate love, kindness, and compassion to those strangers I might meet. And I send that love forth into those in the world who are forgetting that they are one with that love. Those who are forgetting their humanity and oneness. Loving kindness is more powerful than any unkindness. The power of prayer is more powerful than any injustice. The power of faith calls forth the desires of our heart now. We give thanks as our personal and collective commitment to love and kindness grows and expands within each of us and throughout our greater environment, throughout our city, our state, our country, our world, and moving instantaneously throughout the universe. Thank you, loving Spirit, for a true heart's desires which lead us forward, and for your loving presence guiding, directing, and protecting us in all that we do. And so it is. Amen.
This is actually a, excuse me, a co-write between Karen Drucker, Gary Lynn Floyd, and Amy Bishop. And I just thought it was such an apt song for today. It's called Love Always Finds a Way.
When you're losing your way, when it's too much to take, when your heart is broken, I'm here. I can be your shelter, be your safe place to land. When your heart feels empty, I'm here. I have enough love for both of us. Know it's gonna be okay. There's enough love for both of us. Love always finds a way. Love always finds a way. When the future's unknown and the past's overgrown, I will cradle your soul, don't fear. Though you don't have the answer, may not know where to go, what you need is inside of you. Just trust and you'll know. Have enough love for both of us. Know it's gonna be okay. There's enough love for both of us, 'cause love always finds a way. Love always finds a way. I'm your light in the storm. I'm your call to come home. I'm your beacon of hope. You can count on me. You can count on me. There's enough love for all of us. Know it's gonna be okay. There's enough love for all of us. Love always finds a way. There's enough love for all of us. I know it's gonna be okay. There's enough love for all of us. Love always finds a way. 'Cause love always finds a way. Love always finds a way.
you, Claire. So we are welcoming 4 new members into our membership today, and I would like to call them up to the stage. They can form a line right here as I call them one by one. Chris Gilson, Kayla Heitkamp, bring your little one, and Don and Kevin Nordine. And each of these people have made the decision to join Unity North Spiritual Center and to make their membership with us official. So I'm delighted to honor them today. And Unity membership is unique. The most important requirement for membership in Unity is to know God and desire to understand, love, and follow God's laws of being. Membership in Unity leaves the member wholly free to live his or her life according to the spirit of truth within. Rather than being a system of worship, Unity is a way of life. Members are asked to do their best to live the truth teachings on a daily basis. And the objective of Unity affiliation is to help people live more effective, spirit-centered lives. So in Unity, we honor Jesus as our way shower and Christ as the consciousness that he attained and that we also can attain. We believe in one God, many paths, so we welcome those from other traditions as well. And I'd like to share a poem for our new members called No Other Way by Unity writer and longtime Silent Unity director Martha Smock. Could we but see the pattern of our days, we should discern how devious were the ways by which we came to this, the present time, this place in life, and we should see the climb our soul has made up through the years. We should forget the hurts, the wanderings, the fears, the wastelands of our life, and know that we could come no other way or grow into our good without these steps our feet found hard to take, our faith found hard to meet. The road of life winds on, and we like travelers go from turn to turn until we come to know the truth, that life is endless and that we forever are inhabitants of all eternity. So each of these new members here today has chosen to make this commitment, knowing there will be little change in the outer world. There will be the privilege of having that very important vote at membership meetings, and there will be a deeper involvement through tithing of time, talent, and treasure according to the dictates of the heart. But most of the change is an inner one, because we know that once a commitment is made, it is a powerful intention that goes before us and sets up our path of attainment. In choosing to become a member of Unity North Spiritual Center, you are not only joining this church, but you are aligning yourself with the entire Unity movement, which is a force for love, light, truth, and peace throughout the world. So now as I present each of our new members with a certificate and a rose, I ask you to silently bless them. Noel will give the certificates. Now get the roses. Welcome.
Thank you.
And so let us now speak our unity blessing. I'll say it first. We love you, we bless you, we appreciate you, and we behold the Christ in you. Together, we love you, we bless you, we appreciate you, and we behold the Christ in you. And we just invite everybody to greet our new members after the service. For those of you here in person, we have cake in their honor in the social hall. We can all thank Mary Sorensen for that, so you know it will be great. So please give our new members a big hand as they return to their seats. All right. And we'll just say Lane is a member by being here. All right. And with that, I guess it's time to do my lesson. Give me 1 second here. Find it. Okay. Well, our theme this year is a year of spiritual nourishment. And I had Wendy read a letter for me last week when I couldn't be here. I had a week off and I wanted to be here. I was just home. It was a difficult week off. I ended up in front of the news more than I usually would. And I just want to reiterate to all of you that I'm here for you, that if you find any difficult times going forward, please know that I'm available. Give me a call or you can email me and set up a time, and I'm happy to give you spiritual support if needed. So the lesson today is called Committed Souls. 2 nuns were shopping at a Quick Trip. When they went by the cooler with beer, one of them said, "Ooh, doesn't it sound good to have a cold beer or two on a warm night?" And the other one said, "Indeed, sister, but I would feel really uncomfortable buying it. I think we'd cause a scene at the checkout counter." And she said, "Don't worry, I can take care of that." So she picks up the 6-pack, goes up, puts it on the counter, and the cashier kind of raises his eyes, but that was it. And she just says, "Well, we use this for shampoo. Back at the convent, we call it Catholic shampoo." And he didn't say a word. He reached under the counter, grabbed a package of pretzel sticks, stuck it in the sack with the beer, and looked her right in the eye and smiled and said, "The curlers are on the house." There is a difference between what we may want and true spiritual desire. Today's theme is about heart's desire and the power of commitment. Jan Phillips, in her book, No Ordinary Time, agrees with Unity's teaching about desire. She says, "I do not subscribe to the notion that we should eliminate desire from our life. That desire lies at the root of suffering, as the Buddhists hold it, or that desire as a human emotion should be stifled before it advances into something sinful, which is a more traditional Christian perspective. Desire is the beginning of life. Desire is the yearning of every particle to extend its experience by fusing with its opposite. Our visions are born from our desires. Our evolution is fueled by our desires. Through desire and feelings, we create movement, which creates change, which excites and expands consciousness. So the question should always be, what is my heart's desire? If you are conscious enough to be thinking of evolving yourself forward, you are conscious enough to trust that your heart's desire will be something that is as good for others as it is for you. I love that notion that as we follow our heart and fulfill our dreams, not only is it fulfilling for us, but also for others. Emily Cady, early Unity writer, said, "Desire in the heart is God tapping at our consciousness with her infinite supply, a supply that be forever useless unless there be demand for it." In other words, we have to ask, rather we have to claim. We have to claim it. Claim that which we desire. So in other words, God is nudging our awareness, saying, "Here is my infinite supply. take it, it's yours, claim it. And we claim it through commitment and prayer. The kingdom, queendom of heaven is our divine inheritance. It is the field of unlimited possibility within and around us, all the divine ideas imaginable. And we call it forth with our dreams, our vision, our faith, and especially our commitment. What is your heart's desire? It is a question that should always be asked. We keep coming back to it over and over. What is my heart's desire? Asking it becomes a compass for our path. Charles and Myrtle Fillmore, the co-founders of Unity, had a dream. It was to spread the teachings of truth and unite people everywhere in prayer and a consciousness of God. It was a heart's desire to spiritualize humanity. And out of that dream, the worldwide unity movement formed, with Jesus Christ at the center, originally a Christian movement, but not mainstream Christianity, rather alternative, mystical Christianity that welcomes and accepts all people, that has no dogma and sees the Bible metaphorically or metaphysically rather than literally. So the Fillmore's dream was initiated by the power of prayer and the healings of first Myrtle from life-threatening tuberculosis, and then Charles from a severe disability caused by a skating accident as a child. So the Fillmores made a commitment to prayer and the teachings of truth, and both remain the cornerstone of unity to this day. Silent Unity, the prayer ministry of the movement founded in 1890, has held 136 years of continuous prayer vigil and has prayed with millions around the world by phone or through mail. And Unity believes that prayer is the way to God realization and to individual transformation. It's through the activity of prayer that we come to know God, ourselves, others, and our relationship to the whole. Well, 3 preachers sat discussing the best positions for prayer while a telephone repairman worked nearby. Kneeling is definitely best, claimed the first one. No, another contended. I get the best results standing with my hands outstretched to heaven. You're both wrong, the third said. The most effective prayer position is lying prostrate, face down on the floor. The telephone repairman could not contain himself any longer. Hey, fellas, he interrupted. The best praying I ever did was hanging upside down from a telephone pole. Prayer defined is simply communion with God. And we can actually say life is a prayer because of the power of thought. I love what children have to say about prayer. Virginia Bett writes, my 4-year-old granddaughter, Caitlin, was impatient for a sibling. One morning she told her mother, maybe if we prayed out loud, God would hear us. So they prayed together. As soon as they finished, Caitlin asked, what did he say? Her mother explained, it doesn't work that way. Sometimes it takes a long time to get an answer. Caitlin was indignant. Well, is it a cloudy day because I think our signal is blocked by a storm? Or does God have to make this baby from scratch? In the old days, the end of the joke was, do you mean we were listening to an answering machine? Well, here are some children's versions of the Lord's Prayer. Our Father who art in heaven, hello, what be thy name? Give us this day our daily breath. Our Father who art in heaven, Hollywood be thy name. Give us this day our jelly bread. Forgive us our trash baskets as we also forgive those who have trash baskets. Lead us not into creation. Deliver us from weevils. Deliver us from eagles. And the last one is deliver us from email. Well, one of the reasons I came to love unity was the story and example of prayer and faith and a deep commitment to both. Charles and Myrtle knew about the power of commitment. They wrote a covenant in 1892 that expresses it, and it was found after their deaths. And it's good to hear it periodically, so I read it from time to time. We, Charles Fillmore and Myrtle Fillmore, husband and wife, hereby dedicate ourselves, our time, our money, all we have, and all we expect to have, to the spirit of truth, and through it to the society of silent unity, it being understood and agreed that the said spirit of truth shall render unto us an equivalent for this dedication in peace of mind, health of body, wisdom, understanding, love, life, and an abundant supply of all things necessary to meet every want, without our making any of these things the object of our existence. In the presence of the conscious mind of Christ Jesus, the 7th day of December, AD, 1892. Signed, Charles and Myrtle Fillmore. It's interesting, Brandy and I came in to clean my office on Friday, and I found a postcard with a picture of that commitment that was taken. So that was really interesting timing because I knew I was going to talk about it. So the Fillmores dedicated themselves to God. They set an intention, made a commitment, and activated their faith through affirmative prayer, expecting results. They very much believed in God and wanted to help others receive God's blessings. They were committed souls. Committed souls. That is what all of you are, those of you who have committed to volunteer here to serve at Unity. And we appreciate each one of you. And those of you who keep showing up, you are committed souls. And today, these 4 people, Chris, Kayla, Don, and Kevin, are making this deeper commitment to become members of Unity North. It is a commitment that means embracing community and growing spiritually. Their commitment will not only be a blessing for them, but also a blessing for all of us as a spiritual family. Each of us may have healing needs or heart's desires that we long to fulfill. Perhaps we long for greater prosperity or greater health and wellness. We may long to be more successful in our work or our relationships. Some may feel we want a relationship, or we may desire greater peace and harmony with our current partner or our spouse. All of us have some fears and concerns about the state of the world at this time, the state of our country, and now it hits even closer to home with our state of Minnesota. And what is saving us and coming to the world's attention is the level of commitment and loving community that exists here. Standing up for truth and justice and freedom, even when afraid. Matter of fact, when since I had the news on almost all week, that's one thing that I saw stressed in the news so much. It isn't that the people of Minnesota are standing up to ICE because they are fearless. It's because we are afraid and standing up anyway. And I think that's profound. Whatever our heart's desires might be, it takes commitment and the power of prayer and faith. When the Fillmores, when the Fillmores made their covenant with God, it was in complete expectation that the covenant would be fulfilled. They intended to do their part, and they had perfect faith that God would do her part. But they acted on their intention, and they made a commitment. So often these days, the word intention and commitment are used interchangeably. I think it was interesting that intention was our daily word today. But there is a significant difference between intention and commitment. I can intend to lose weight, for example, forever, or to exercise, or to run a marathon or travel to Scotland or whatever it is. But when I commit, I activate my power of will and my faith. It makes all the difference. You may recognize this writing by W.H. Murray. Until one is committed, there is hesitancy, the chance to draw back, always ineffectiveness. Concerning all acts of initiative and creation, there is one elementary truth, the ignorance of which kills countless ideas and splendid plans, that the moment one definitely commits oneself, then providence moves too. All sorts of things occur to help one that would never otherwise have occurred. A whole stream of events issues from the decision, raising in one's favor all manner of unforeseen incidents and meetings and material assistance, which no person could have dreamt would have come their way. Goethe said, whatever you can do or dream you, my voice is funny today. Whatever you can do or dream you can, begin it. Boldness has genius, power, and magic in it. Begin it now. The Fillmores believed if they maintained a consciousness of God as the source of their supply and their health, their prosperity and health could not fail to be theirs. And if the money did not come in, it was a question of their consciousness being deepened, and they would redouble their efforts in prayer. That applies to those true heart's desires for all of us. Through prayer, each of us can engage the faith necessary for the fulfillment of our dreams, and especially as our path becomes even more challenging. It is essential to be committed and grounded in a deep faith. And we together can commit to pray and take action in the ways we can for our state, our country, and our world. And remember this, true power is found when unwavering commitment meets the steady pulse of prayer. True power is found when unwavering commitment meets the steady pulse of prayer. Commitment provides the discipline to stay the course when the initial excitement fades, but faith and prayer provide the spiritual endurance to handle what grit alone cannot. So when we anchor our daily actions in a higher purpose, obstacles become checkpoints rather than dead ends. By combining our hardest work with a quiet trust in the divine, we align our personal will with a greater momentum, ensuring every step forward is supported by a foundation that cannot be shaken. And so God bless us all with powerful commitment, with prayer, and with faith to call forth our heart's desires. And so it is. Thank you.
Here's a little something that I heard the Whalen Jennies do. And I just think it's such a good thing for the time we find ourselves in, and how one voice can transmit to so many voices standing up and talking, speaking out. One voice.
This is the sound of one voice, one spirit, one voice, of one who makes a choice. This is the sound of one voice. This is the sound of one voice. This is the sound of voices too. The sound of me singing with you, helping each other to make it through. This is the sound of voices too. This is the sound of voices three, singing together in harmony, surrendering to the mystery. This is the sound of voices three. This is the sound of voices three. This is the sound of all of us, singing with love and will to trust. Leave the rest behind, it turns to dust. This is the sound of all of us. This is the sound of all of us. And this is the sound of one voice, one people, one voice, a song for every one of us. This is the sound of one voice. This is the sound of one voice. One voice.
That's beautiful, Claire. I like how you have that background. That's really nice. Okay, this is the time in the service when we bless our offerings and be grateful for our abundance. So please join me with this prayer. Divine love flowing through me now blesses and multiplies all that I am, all that I have, all that I give, and all that I receive. I am grateful. Excuse me. Okay, now Claire will play us an offering song.
I am so blessed. I am so blessed. I am so grateful for all that I have. I am so blessed. I am so blessed. I am so grateful. I am so blessed. I am so blessed. I am so blessed. I am so grateful for all that I have. I am so blessed. I am so blessed. I am so grateful. I am so blessed. I am so grateful. I am so blessed.
Thank you, Claire. So the announcements for today, I start out with our mentioning our prayer chaplain once again is Nancy Helvig. She's here in person. Get double whammy prayer support. And also we have a healing facilitator, Wendy. Wendy's here. Okay. So sign up for a time with Wendy over by the Bubbling Buddha. There should be a sign-up sheet there. Get a 15-minute tune-up. The annual membership meeting will be in person, but also on Zoom. And that'll be it's 2 weeks from now, Sunday, February 15th. It'll be after service at 12 p.m. All are welcome to attend. Only members can vote, but there will be a lot of information shared, so it'll be interesting at any rate. Join Reverend Kathy and our Board of Trustees as we join together to 1. Review business of our ministry. 2. Appreciate our accomplishments in 2025. 3. Learn about the latest with Unity World Headquarters. Apparently there's been some changes over there. That's always interesting to hear about. And then envision our coming year together. So that's the powerful part. That's where we set our intentions and decide how much commitment we're going to have for them, right? So come and listen about the vision. Maybe you can have some input on that part of it too. So a protein bar snack will be provided when the meeting starts, and a potato bar lunch will be served following the meeting for those who choose to stay. It is always great to connect with each other in gratitude for our Unity North community. So put that on your calendar, 2 weeks from today. And you could also go to our website, and there's a link there. Go unitynorth.org/annual meeting. And you might want to especially do that if you think you'll be a Zoom attendee. But there might be some other information there as well, probably what I just read. Okay, please welcome our new members once more in the social hall after the service and join us for a cake made by Mary. She's one of the best cake makers this side of the Mississippi River. And next week's musician on February 8th will be Greg Peterson and Sharon Payne. I don't know if you were here the last time they came, but this will be the second time they're coming. They're very good musicians. This Greg's got just a wonderful voice, and Sharon's just the perfect backup for him. This will be their second visit with us, so you don't want to miss that. And Family Promise, as always, there's hospitality items that need to be acquired. And the deadline is next Sunday. So if you have made a commitment to get those items, make sure you got them here by next Sunday. And if not, and you want to look at the list, there might still be a list on the table out there. I'm not positive about that, but they usually keep it.
Yep, it's out there.
It's out there. Okay, thanks, Brandy. And there will be an Ash Wednesday gathering on Zoom. That's Wednesday, February 18th. So if you want to attend, you should go to gounitynorthmn.org/Ash Wednesday and commit to that. Set your intentions and commit to it. And then also there will be a Lenten booklet prior to the gathering. So you might want to let Brandy know that you're interested in that if you're going to attend the Ash Wednesday ceremony. Personally, I like the day before Ash Wednesday. That would be Mardi Gras. So if you're really going to get into the Ash Wednesday spirit, I would go out and party the night before. Just a suggestion. So there's also going to be a new class coming up called New World Religion Series, beginning at the Sunday service on February 22nd. And this will go on for 5 weeks. 6 weeks. Okay. So the first week is going to be about Hinduism and unity. The second week is going to be about Buddhism and unity. The third week will be about Judaism and unity. The fourth week will be about Christianity and unity. And the fifth week will be about Islam and unity, and then the last and sixth week will be New Thought and unity. And I think the part about Christianity unity is where they'll talk about Mardi Gras. Yeah. Yeah. So follow-up classes will be on Wednesday from 6:30 to 8 p.m. So that looks like it's going to be a very interesting class series. I bet that's going to be well attended. There's an exception. The first class only will be on Sunday, February 22nd, after service at 12:15 p.m. Otherwise, it will include a class in PowerPoint on the Hindu gods, both in person and in the sanctuary on Zoom. There's a lot of Hindu gods, so that's why they got it both in person and in the sanctuary. Enough room for all of them. Reverend Kathy started it with those really good jokes. She really got me turned on. I can't get that vision of that lineman upside down on his telephone pole. So, registration for all 6 classes at our website. Please do that. If you would, join me for our community affirmation slide. Centered in prayerful intention, we give thanks for an overflowing abundance of spiritual awakening, prosperity, new members, and children for Unity North Spiritual Center. And now Reverend Kathy will lead us in a prayer for protection.
Thank you, Noel. Let's give him a hand. He's on a roll today. And we give thanks to Brandy and Chris. Great job today. And I love how you amplified yourself. It's wonderful to have you multiplied. I love that. Let's give her a hand. All right, and now let's stand for our prayer for protection and our peace song. Together. The light of God surrounds us. I am the light of God. The love of God enfolds us. I am the love of God. The power of God protects us. I am the power of God. The presence of God watches over us. I am the presence of God. Wherever we are, God is, and all is well.
Let there be peace on earth, and let it begin with me. Let there be peace on earth, the peace that was meant to be. With God as our creator, family whole are we. Let us walk with each other in perfect harmony. Let peace begin with me. Let this be the moment now. With every step I take, let this be my joyous vow. To take each moment and live each moment in peace eternally. Let there be peace on earth, and let it begin with me.